this is Bo. So I'm making a YouTube video today to talk about my trip. It was like a spiritual retreat to Grand Terrace, California, and it was so amazing. Oh man. So the retreat is basically this Catholic school nun. She holds retreats every Saturday out of her house, and it's a $25 donation. And what you do is you learn.
Bye, guys.
So what you do is you learn about energy healing. You learn about quantum physics. You learn about the different dimensions that we are living in. She talks about outer beings. She talks about even how the government had treaties and promises and deals with other outer beings, and it's really cool because she's a Catholic school nun, and she still is part of the convent, I believe. Actually, I'm not sure if she still is teaching at the Catholic school, but she still does live at the church. So I'm pretty sure she's still doing some type of service there. Anyways, so let's get started. Before actually I would like to start, I would like to burn some Palo Santo. So this is Palo Santo. Palo Santo it's different from sage, but you do the same methods, and what it does, Palo Santo, is it brings uplifting energies. So the difference between sage and Palo Santo is sage clears negative energies from your space, and Palo Santo is something that you would use after saging, and this is what brings the uplifting energies around. So before you light, you always have to ground yourself, find yourself in your center, and you state your intention. So my intention is great ancient spirit of Palo Santo, please be here with me now and bring uplifting energies to my aura, my space, and my video. Now with Palo Santo, you gotta let it lay a little bit until it catches that red cherry. Oh wait, watch out, Bo. Please don't put that toy over here. So it gets really cherried, so gotta let it sit for a little bit. Get that smoke going. Just breathe in. Breathe in those uplifting energies now surrounding your aura, your body, your space. The energy also travels through the video as well. So you will be feeling the uplifting energies as well. Just breathe into it. 3 deep breaths. Breathing right back into Mother Earth. Breathe in up to your higher self, down to Mother Earth, meeting back at your heart space. So that's just usually what I do before meditation or before a video, but I just wanted to show you guys so you know how to do it. So I'll just let it burn there for a little bit. Happy full blood moon eclipse, or the day after. I'm still really feeling that full moon energy right now. Oh man, when I first walked outside today, literally you could just see the beauty and everything. Oh my gosh, everything is so much more vibrant today. It's like we're more in the 5th dimension. We have been in the 5th dimension. It's just really on our own bodies and our own frequency of how we perceive it or how we experience it.
Mama.
So the more we vibrate higher, the more we'll experience the 5th dimension.
Mama.
Yes.
My chicken nuggets are done.
Oh, your chicken nuggets are done. Okay, his chicken nuggets are done. I will be right back. Okay, so back to the video. I just wanted to show you guys my Lemurian quartz crystal. I've had this for about 2 years now, but I have just been recently programming it again with my intentions and my experiences. So I've had this in another life before, and I found it, and I remember I even had dreams. Oh, please don't do that, baby. These are very, very, very important. You don't draw with them, okay?
Okay.
I
On
remember.
the book.
I remember.
On the book, Mom.
No, I need all of this, okay? I'm making a video right now.
Why, Mommy?
So with this crystal, I remember programming it. I had a dream about it. I had a dream that it was like I was in a disaster or something in that time. I even was wearing maybe like something over my head to cover myself for my protection. But I had to leave all my crystals, and in that life, my crystals were like everything to me. They were like what I read about. I start to remember, and I get flashbacks like, oh my gosh, like I remember how important my crystals were to me. So this is a Lemurian crystal, and I believe that what happened in Lemuria was I might have been in the fall, or something was happening where my life was in danger, so I had to let these go. And I told them, I whispered to them that I'll find them again in my next lives. So I found this one and brought her to Shasta, and she was back in Lemuria, back in Telos, and she got lots of recharging, and now we are working side by side together. Oh my gosh, and she's glowing a rainbow right now. Whoa, I don't know if you guys can see that. Just right in there. Wow. See, she speaks. Very powerful. But then I always have my selenite with me. Selenite, it clears the energies. No negative or dense energy can ever attach to a selenite piece, and selenite is basically what sage does in a crystal form. My master do this. Okay, so about my time at the spiritual retreat. So basically, it is a place in Southern California. It's, I believe, in the San Bernardino County, and it's called Grand Terrace, California. And how I found out about this place is that if you know me, I have a son who's 3, and I gave birth to him at home. So my midwife and I have always had established a really close, good relationship, and she's starting to awakening at the time I started to awaken. And she told me about this sister, this Catholic school nun, who does retreats, and it's open to the public, and anyone can come and they can learn about energy and the matrix and outer beings and advanced technology and advanced civilizations and all these things that you wouldn't think that a Catholic school nun would talk about. But she's very, very well educated. She has masters, she has a PhD. I was looking at her certificates and her degrees and things, and she has degrees in advanced neurodynamics, quantum physics, PhD in science and physics. Like, it's so crazy. This woman is beautifully, beautifully educated and spiritually enriched, and just someone overall you would totally want to just listen to. She's very wise. Body, mind, spirit. Yeah, she is. Anyway, so what's really awesome.
Here's a chair, Mom.
Oh, thank you. You can sit here if you want. You can sit here, okay?
What is that?
This is your chair. But what's really cool is that she's this
Mama,
Catholic
I
school
wanna
nun,
do that.
and she doesn't know anything of my background or my bringing or
Mom, can you
anything.
let me color?
And no, I need this right now. You have coloring books over there. And so she kind of recommended me a book from a man who's from Venus, and that was so crazy. So it's called Valiant Thor is the author, and the book is called Alien in the Pentagon. And basically what he talks about is how some outer beings, they wanted to have a deal with the U.S. government to advance them into the 5th dimension, like years ago, back in the 60s. And our U.S. government ended up making a treaty with someone else, another outer being species, and that was to manipulate the population and to keep certain people in control. So they wanted to keep us at a lower vibrational frequency. And so ever since that treaty, that's exactly what's been going on. So now is the time where things are changing. The paradigm shift. We're now in the 5th dimension, and it's time for all of us to bring everyone as the collective up into a higher frequency, in order for all of us to feel all this magic and all this beauty and all these things that people who awaken, they experience and things, and it's just amazing. It's an amazing experience, this human experience I'm in right now. And I'm here really to help, just guide through my own experience, just from what I've gone through, just to kind of document my process and my journey, because I think that the best thing is just to tell your own truth, and that will truly inspire who you need to inspire. So anyways, Valiant Thor is the author. He's a Venusian, and he writes about advanced technologies, outer beings, all these different things, kind of the same things with like Pleiadians and Arcturians. I'm more familiar with the Pleiadian and Arcturians, and I've read some readings by them, and they all have a common factor. The common factor is they all vibrate by love.
I want to draw on the ground.
Yes, you want to draw on the ground? I'll give you some paper.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, with that being said, the common denominator within these outer beings who are already vibrating at a higher frequency than us is the fact that their main source of energy is love, and they only vibrate by that frequency, that highest of frequency. The highest frequency ever is love. So when they are vibrating that high, they can do all these different things, and they have all these advanced technologies. There's no fear, there's no drought, there's no hunger, there's no aging, everything is of abundance, and everything can be manifested in seconds. You can travel to somewhere, a different world, within a second, without any type of transportation needed, any automobile. So really, that's what our Earth is going through right now, believe it or not. So if you are interested, it's called Valiant Thor is the author. Alien in the Pentagon. So it was really cool because with this retreat, I went on a meditation walk in a labyrinth. And if you guys don't know what a labyrinth is, I'll put up a picture of what it looks like so you can visually see it. And it's a really amazing walk because with the labyrinth, with each turn, with each left and right turn, with the amount of distance you walk before you make that next turn, it's actually physically equalizing the equilibrium within your brain. The left and right is now becoming balanced. And this is something that our brains don't like and it's not used to. So it's a form of healing and a form of becoming more of a higher frequency and vibrating at a higher rate. So I know, baby, there's lots of lizards and things around here. So there's also a track that I'll put another picture up right here, which is an audio track that you want to put it in your ears, like an earphone. And what that does is basically the same thing as what a labyrinth would do if you don't have an access to a labyrinth. So that's really cool. I'll put the audio up right here. So before, when I went to my meditation walk at the labyrinth, I had to set my intention. And before you do any type of meditation, in order for you to get answers and clear answers of what you want or need, you have to state the intention. The intention for me, this is my intention, I wrote it down. My intention is healing my full heart until healing is no longer needed. So the whole time as I'm walking, just kind of repeating that in my head, feeling it through my heart, and going back to that time in the labyrinth. Anyway, so as I was there, as I was going through, violet flame fire is all around me. I was invoking the violet flame. So, ooh, the violet flame, ooh, that's a whole video I have to talk to you guys on. But I'll post some pictures of some screenshots of what a violet flame is. So the violet flame is Saint Germain. Saint Germain. Call on Saint Germain. Invoke Saint Germain. Invoke violet flame fire. Invoke the violet flame angels. Invoke them into your space to give you that violet flame energy. And what the violet flame energy is, it's a color, it's a frequency. So it's the violet frequency of the love flame. So with the love flame, it's transmutation. And if anyone doesn't know what transmutation means, it's transforming any into light. Anything low, anything here, that's transmutation. So the violet flame energy is transmutation of love, of all of that love and highest frequency. So how you do that is you invoke Saint Germain. You just simply say in your head, feel in your heart, say it with your words, Saint Germain, Saint Germain, Saint Germain. Say it until you feel something, or you feel a presence, you feel him, you see a picture of him, or you hear him or something. He's there. Because remember, we're in the 5th dimension now. It's not that hard for our spirit guides to come as it was 2 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago. We are at an accelerating shift right now. So just call on Saint Germain, even if you've never have done it before. Just Saint Germain, Saint Germain, Saint Germain. I already just instantly get chills, and I know he's here. So that's what I was doing in my labyrinth walk. So violet flame fire all around me, in my aura and my heart. And I just asked for that healing to be with me all the time, for eternity. And it is, and it will. Just, we have to always consciously be aware of it and just keep on bringing it in, so we can have that feeling of that energy healing us. It's easy though. All you do is just invoke it, you envision it, and it's happening. You'll feel it eventually, over time. So then, like, as I was doing my labyrinth walk, when you're experiencing that love and self-healing energies, you also want to send it out. You ask those angels, you ask the violet flame angels to send that fire, that violet flame fire, out into the earth, on every corners of the earth, everywhere that there's darkness. Bring them that violet flame fire everywhere. Bring it to light. So just invoking with our own words, things like that. We're literally like doing so much healing for Earth. It's so crazy. That's all you need to do, is just meditation through here. Meditation through here. Here. That's how I can explain it. But it was really, really, really cool. So I got these really cool flashbacks. So this is really cool. I'm getting chills again. So for the longest, not the longest time, but me and Melissa have been wanting to go to Egypt so much. Like, so it's something so strong in us. Like, we need to go to Egypt. We need to go to Egypt. I've never really felt too called to Egypt, but now I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to go. I have to go. Like, I used to live here. Oh my gosh, my Starseed reading, Erica was telling me exactly that I was there, and I would have visions and dreams about it. And the more and more that time goes on, and I'm finding more about myself, I keep seeing it, and I keep seeing me and Mel are always together. So in my flashback, as I'm going through the labyrinth, I see me and Mel, like, in these like long clothes of
Mommy,
cloth of clothes. Yes, baby.
this should be in my house.
I'm right here.
This should be in there.
You peed?
Mm-hmm.
What?
This should be.
Oh, it's okay. It's all right. We'll take it out, okay? So, I just remember in my flashbacks that during my walk, I saw Mel right next to me, and we were walking, like, holding our books, and like cloth, like a long cloth, cloaks of cloth, you know, back in the day kind of things. Walking, and I could see us in our little sandals walking to our mystery schools, and we loved it. It's like, oh my God, like, we're going to school, how fun. So that was so powerful, and I needed to see that vision during my labyrinth walk, because that's just gonna help me manifest that goal of mine more. Yes, Egypt, I am coming. Mel's coming. anyways, so another thing that was really cool about my spiritual retreat is that she talked about parallel universes. And it's like crazy, like this Catholic school nun's talking about parallel universes, but it's actually super real. And the more as time goes on and the more as we're vibrating higher and higher, honestly, like this is just the rate that we're going.
In my paper.
That's okay. That's okay. It's not gonna hurt you, okay? Where is it?
Right there.
Okay. So the more we're going up this rate, parallel universe and our universe are going to collide closer and closer. It's not going to be like this. It's not going to be too much parallel. It's more like all together. So parallel universe is transitioning to higher dimensions, easier to tap into. It's easier to tap into now than it was 5 years ago or it was a year ago, because of that shift, because we are vibrating higher. The more higher we vibrate, the more we have access to any and everything. Remember, in the spirit world, there's no such thing as time and space. No such thing as time and space. So it's the shift of focus that makes it happen. So we'll talk more about parallel universes in another video, but just wanted to touch base on exactly what parallel universe kind of is, just like a little bit, because I'm not too familiar with it yet. And I think that's all. That was it. So I'll post a video of the retreat, what it looks like, and pictures, and yeah, that was amazing. And also too, I learned that emotions have 90 seconds. It has a 90-second lifespan. So whatever emotion you're feeling, it could die out in 90 seconds depending on what you do or how you decide to work with that energy. So it's really important to do those daily meditations, or whenever daily meditation is to keep you aware of your own mind and your own thoughts. So when you're more aware of that emotion, know that it takes 90 seconds, and what are you going to do with those 90 seconds? Also to mantra, I am, God is. I am, God is. I am, God is. I thought that was the most powerful mantra that I've learned that day. And you can always say your own personal mantra, and your own personal mantra is your name. So today in my meditation, I said, Jasmine Leilani Pascal Faharin, Jasmine Leilani Pascal Faharin, Jasmine Leilani Pascal Faharin. Just like repeatedly, until I felt that love vibration, until I felt it resonate with me. And once I resonate with my own mantra, I am aligned with myself. So remember that when you're doing your daily meditation, even if you're just in the car, breathe in that name, breathe in your full name, love it, embrace it, and align yourself. It's a way of aligning yourself. Also too, she showed me that there's no such thing as coincidences, only synchronicities in life. Everything happens for a reason, and Sister reiterated that. There's no such things as accidents in life. So whatever event you're happening is meant. So they're just signs to tell you what's coming next in the future. Let's see. That's pretty much it. I met a really awesome person. His name's Paul. I'll put a picture of him. He's a brother of mine. I met him the last time I was on that retreat, and he's just beautiful energy. He did some energy work on me. It's called Matrix Energetics, and it's like a form of just tapping back into your past events that needed healing, and oh, it was amazing. Instantly, I felt lots of relief off my chest. Healing takes time, because you're not just gonna get it like that right away. It's gradual. But after that healing, I've been feeling really well. So I'll show you his picture, so you can, and then maybe a business card if I have it. But basically, that is it. Thank you for watching, everyone. So here's the beautiful labyrinth as I'm walking down the steps. It's very, very sacred to me. It's my second time being here. And every time I walk it, it's very powerful, and I always get clear visions. This is it. It's very beautiful.